Hello, everybody. Welcome to North of 7 Cards. Hope everybody is doing well. Don't forget to check out our player breaks on eBay. Today we have 23 Panini Football Mosaic. This box is massive, so I will do my best to get this open nicely in orderly fashion. Raise it a little bit. And what we'll do is and this massive box out of the way. All right. Still probably can't see it because there's just so many boxes. All right. This is what the box looks like. For those, oops. What the box looks like. Let's get this back down here. All right. All right, here we go. Good luck. Here we got this Vinatieri, Daniel Jones, Deontay Johnson, Nolan Smith, Cole Kmet, Ben Roethlisberger, and DeAndre Swift. Pollard, Tarkenton, Dan Marino, Rob Gronkowski, a Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Mac Jones, and Tua with the Masters insert. Thielen, Tim Brown, Metcalf, Hayner, Stevenson, and a Bosa, Debo Samuel behind him. J.K. Dobbins, Etienne, McCaffrey, Derek Hall, Zach Martin, a Dak Prescott, National Pride, and a Fred Taylor behind that. Aaron Jones, Tua, Mac Jones, National Pride. Here we have a DK Metcalf with the Elevate. Here we have a Jalen Hurts, Barry Sanders, a Nick Chubb, Tim Tebow, Aiden Hutchinson, Jackson Najigba, Trenton Simpson, Ken Anderson, Calvin Ridley, and a Keenan Allen. That is box number 1. Ooh. Sauce Gardner, Larry Johnson, Trey Lance, Jair Brown, Dallas Clark, and a Zay Flowers, Roy Williams, Cole Kmet, Dante Hall, Aaron Rodgers, Tony Pollard, Zay Flowers, Reggie Wayne, and a Darren Sproles. Zach Martin, Eric Dickerson, Kenneth Walker, CJ Stroud with the base, CD Lamb, Dante Johnson, and a Jalen Hurts. Ray Lewis, Eli Manning, Josh Downs, Michael Mayer. Here we have an NFL debut for Devon Achane, Derwin James Jr., and a Chris Carter. Breece Hall, Smith-Schuster, Vea, Tyree Wilson, Jordan Battle, a Zay Flowers again, and a Levante David. Jack Thompson, Evan Ingram, Jalen Hurts, CD Lamb, Mike Quick, Isaiah Pacheco, and Geno Smith. Right, next box. Myles Garrett, Hunter Renfrow, a kaleidoscope ultra rare insert of Bijan Robinson. Look at that. Very nice. Deontay Banks, a Boomer Esiason, I think. A Charbonnet, and an Aaron Rodgers. Kyle Pitts, Justin Jefferson, TJ Watt, Christian Watson, a Jacorian Bennett, and Daniel Jones, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Cortland Sutton, Sky Moore, Stephon Diggs, Trey Tucker, Terrell Suggs, Najee Harris, and Najee Harris behind him. Andre Reed, Antonio Gates, Kittle, Jahmyr Gibbs, a Darnell Washington silver, Frank Tarkenton, and Stephon Diggs. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Randy Moss, Anthony Richardson base, BJ Olajari, Justin Jefferson, National Pride, and a Josh Jacobs. Richard Dent, Chris Carter, Tariq Woolen. Here we have a Sauce Gardner with the bang, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne Jr., and Devontae Smith. All right, next box. Jamar Chase, Cameron Jordan, Devin White, Anton Harrison, Ray Lewis, and a Dorian Robinson, Shaquille Leonard, Kyler Murray, Chandler Jones. Here we have a Zay Flowers NFL debut, Jason Kelsey, Chamari Connor, Charles Woodson, and Aaron Jones. AJ Terrell, TJ Hawkinson, Joe Green, Keely Ringo, Breece Hall, Richard Sherman, Hines Ward, Javonte Williams, Kadarius Toney, Trevor Lawrence, Charlie Jones, J.K. Dobbins, Archie Manning, and Joe Burrow with the Elevate. Jim Kelly, Matthew Stafford, Jerry Rice, Hendon Hooker, Peter Soronsky, Jamari Chase, National Pride, and a C.J. Mosley with the bang. Jordan Love, Taysom Hill, Ray Lewis, Joe Burrow, Epic Performers, Jared Goff, National Pride, Max Crosby, and George Kittle. Dobbins, Jones, Hill, Witherspoon, Pollard, Marvin Mims, debut, Fred Taylor. Tebow, Tarkenton, Lockett, Olave, Addison, Kamara, and Keenan Allen. Thielen, Etienne Jr., Peyton Manning, Tyler Lacey, J.K. Dobbins, and a Warren Sapp. Deebo Samuel behind him. Aaron Jones, Aiden Hutchinson, Mike Alstott behind him. Jalen Carter, NFL debut of Zach Charbonnet with the silver. Josh Jacobs behind him, and Nick Chubb. All right, Jamari Chase, Tim Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brenton Strange, Cameron Latu, a Jalen Waddle, and Shaquille Leonard. Kyler Murray, Tua, Chris Johnson. Here we have Derwin James Jr., a Will Anderson Jr., Randall Cunningham, and Aaron Jones. Right, next box. All right. Terrell Suggs, Dan Marino, Art Monk, Broderick Jones, Shannon Sharp, and a Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence again behind him. Okay, Jordy Nelson, Jalen Hurts, Eddie George, Jartavius Martin, Mark Andrews, Joe Green, Derrick Henry, Irvin Sims, Hendon Hooker, Marvin Mims, Patty Mahomes, Khalil Mack, and Jalen Hurts. Boomer, Eckler, Smith, Joe Mixon, Silver, Cedric Tillman, Jason Kelsey, Devontae Adams. Ogden, Bruschi, Roethlisberger, Henley, Smith, Jerry Rice, and Bobby Wagner. Williams, Page, Prescott. Here you have a Saquon Barkley with the Prism Masters. Aaron Rodgers with the silver, Dalvin Cook, and Leonard Fournette. Next box. Ooh. Micah Parsons, Donald, Bosa. Here we have a DJ Johnson, rookie, Derek Hall, rookie, Jameson Williams, and a Luke Kuechly. Jerry Kramer, Herman Moore, John Lynch. Here we have a Micah Parsons, Adam Vinatieri, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. Peyton Manning, Okoye, Chris Olave with the Genesis, I believe. Believe that's the Genesis. Almost sure, but I don't know if you guys want to confirm that for me. Sean Clifford, Brian Burns, Ray Lewis, Justin Herbert, and Kenny Pickett. Raekwon Smith, Dexter Lawrence, Robinson, Drew Sanders, Christian Watson, Godwin, and Barkley. Finish off that pack. Terrell Davis, Stevenson, Sherman, Feoko Jr., Jay Ward. Here's another Olave and a Kirk Cousins. Luke Kuechly, Kirk, Chase, Jaden Reed, a Trenton Simpson, a Will Levis with the NFL debut, and a Thunder Lane of Mike Allstott. Watson, Waddle. Here we got a Stroud base, Rashee Rice, Josh Allen, Emmitt Smith, Josh Allen. Anderson, Archie Manning, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Clayton Tune, Chris Jones, and Josh Allen. DeAndre Hopkins, Max Crosby, Justin Herbert, Zay Flowers, Sauce Gardner, Art Monk, Jamal Adams. Diggs, Kraus, Tannehill, Battle, Tebow with the silver, Cam Akers, and Nick Chubb. A.J. Dillon, Kelsey, Dotson, Tillman with the rookie, Rashawn Johnson, and a Hendon Hooker, NFL debut, Sauce Gardner. Mixon, Cooper Kupp, Joe Burrow, Travis Etienne, Sean Clifford, Saquon Barkley, and Drew Brees. Next box. Sauce Gardner, Dickerson. Here we have a Zay Flowers, Shamari Connor, Brian Urlacher, and Jake Hayner. Roy Williams. Staubach, Johnson, Josh Allen, Tyreek Stevenson, Joe Namath, Sean Alexander, and Travis Kelce. Josh Allen, Dante Hall, Kenny Pickett, Aaron Jones, Sam Laporta, Dan Marino, and Josh Jacobs. Cole Kmet, Eli Manning, Joe Green, Peter Skoronski, Viliami Falco Jr., Phil Simms, Darren Sproles. Zach Martin, Juju Smith-Schuster, Trevor Lawrence, Devon Achane, I think, Dorian Williams, Malik Willis, and Jalen Hurts. Ray Lewis, Evan Ingram, Jerry Rice, Aaron Jones, Devontae Smith, Teddy Bruschi, and Chris Carter. Next box. Ogden, Okoye, Robinson, Phillips, Wilson, Pickens, and Bobby Wagner. Williams, Donald, Watt, Thielen with the silver, Quentin Johnston, Dexter Lawrence, and Leonard Fournette. Peyton Manning, Dexter Lawrence, Stephon Diggs, Riley Moss, J.C. Horn, Dalton Kincaid, Justin Herbert, Micah Parsons, Stevenson, Kittle, Turner, Bettis, Ramondre Stevenson, and Luke Kuechly. Raekwon Smith, Christian Kirk, Randy Moss, Josh Downs, Devin Weatherspoon, Trey Lance, Saquon Barkley, Terrell Davis, Herman Moore, Tariq Woolen, Joe Burrow, Maurice Jones-Drew, Christian Kirk, and Kirk Cousins. Joe Burrow, John Randall, Chris Godwin, Zach Charbonnet, Shaq Thompson, John Lynch, Travis Etienne Jr., Shaquille Leonard, Trevor Lawrence, Will Levis, Lawrence Taylor, Devon Achane, Paul Krause, and DK Metcalf. Dak Prescott, DeAndre Swift, Treylon Burks, Jordan Addison, Jordy Nelson, Lawrence Taylor, and Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson, Fletcher Cox, Dalvin Cook, Cameron Latu, Dion Henley, Travis Kelce, and Justin Herbert. Champ Bailey, Youngblood, McLaurin, Tank Dell, Tyjae Spears, Sam Howell, Ahmad Gardner. Thurman Thomas, Michael Thomas, Bijan Robinson, Justin Herbert, with the Masters Chrome, Vita Vea, Cooper Kupp, and Alvin Kamara. Shannon Sharp, Mac Jones, Jared Goff, Marte Mapu, AJ Dillon, TJ Watt, Jonathan Taylor. Brian Burns, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Colby Wooden, Ryan Tannehill, Patty Mahomes, Odell Beckham Jr., CeeDee Lamb, Cam Akers, Jordan Addison, Brian Branch, Trevon Diggs, Bijan Robinson, NFL debut, Aaron Donald, Mark Andrews, Saquon Barkley, Geno Smith, Darren Payne, Ringo, Flutie, and Mike Evans. Watson, Sanders, Bettis, Laporta, Charlie Jones, Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen. Anderson, Woodson, Henry, Ramondre Stevenson, Byron Young, Dallas Goedert, and Josh Allen. Next box. This one's closer to us. DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Waddle, Will Anderson Jr., Dorian Williams, Joe Mixon, George Kittle, Jamal Adams. Trevon Diggs, Archie Manning, Darren Payne, Thurman Thomas, Hendon Hooker, Joey Bosa, Nick Chubb. A.J. Dillon, Max Crosby, Patrick Mahomes, Ventrell Miller, Adam Vinatieri, Randy Moss, and Sauce Gardner. Mixon, Kraus, Fitzpatrick, Ward, Mixon, Kirk Cousins, and Drew Brees. Vinatieri, Kelsey, Richardson, Johnston, Charbonnet, and Woolen, DeAndre Swift behind him. Pollard, Cup, whoa, Deebo Samuel, and a Josh Allen. I don't know if that's a special one, but I'm just going to set this one aside. Mike Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and a Tua behind him. Javonte Williams, Chandler Jones, Josh Allen, Jair Brown, Tank Dell, Lawrence Taylor, Joe Burrow. Jim Kelly, TJ Hawkinson, Kenny Pickett, Clayton Tune, Adam Thielen, Jalen Hyatt, CJ Mosley. Jordan Love, Kadarius Toney, Zay Flowers, Johnson, Reed, Gronkowski, and Kittle. Terrell, Cameron Johnson. I'm going to put that down. It looks like we have an auto. Schoonmaker, Tim Tebow, Vince Young, Hines Ward, and Mike Tomczak with the auto. And a Cameron Jordan, which we already saw. Burrow, Stafford, Green, a Robinson, Banks, Theismann, and Etienne Jr. Leonard, Hill, Lawrence, A.J. Brown Masters, Alec Pierce, Jones Drew, and DK Metcalf. 6 boxes left. All right. Hall, Hurts, Lewis, Ty J. Spears, David Carr, Lamar Jackson, and Lavonte David. Thompson, Eckler, Goodwin, Diggs, Miller, Page, and Smith. Nelson, Revis, Bennett, Bolden, Robinson Jr., and Henry. Esiason, Sims, Burks, Ojulari, Emmett Smith, Okoye, Devontae Adams, Terrell Suggs, Teddy Bruschi, Dalvin Cook, Musgrave, Ward, Randy White, and Trevor Lawrence. Urban, Page, McLaurin, Hines Ward, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Donald, and Jalen Hurts. 5 boxes left. Anthony Munoz, Herbert, Taylor, Byron Young, Anderson, Burks, Tyreek Hill. Brown, Ramsey, Howell, Diggs, Hayner, Quick. Hill, Strahan, Charbonnet, Johnson, Hopkins, Dalvin Cook, and Brian Dawkins. Reed, Allen, Harris, Scott, Adams, Tomlinson, and Breece Hall. Higgins, Moss, Hyatt, Harrison, McLaurin, and Michael Vick. Clark, Jones, Purdy, Frank Gore, Mike Williams, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Williams. 4 boxes left. Munoz, Strahan, Waddle, Johnson Jr., Chad, Walker, and Hill. Brown, Allen, Young, Davis, Eddie George with the silver, Herbert, and Tony Pollard. Coochley, Herbert, Marvin Mims, Chad Ryland, Davis Mills, and Aaron Rodgers, Mike Alstott. Kramer, Ramsey, Sapp, Sanders, Lacey, Herman Moore, and DeAndre Hopkins. Hill, Moss, Devon Ashani, Tucker Kraft, Jalen Carter, Josh Downs, Brian Dawkins. Ed Reed, Chris Jones, Joe Theismann, CJ Mosley, DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Ramsey, and Breece Hall. All right, 3 boxes left. Let's see if we can pull something interesting. Darnell Wright, Marquise Brown, Peyton Manning, and Justin Jefferson. Urlacher, Slay Jr., Joe Montana, Njigba, Calvin Hill, Mike Alstott, and Landon Collins. Carr, Ellard, Cooper Kupp, Brian Bressie, Bryce Young with the silver, Justin Jefferson, and Austin Eckler. Namath, Garoppolo, Bryce Young with the base, Tomlinson, Bijan Robinson, Renfro, Anquan Bolden, Barber, Alexander, Mozzie Smith, Van Ness, Jahmyr Gibbs, and A.J. Brown. Wilson, Wes Welker, Jake Hayner, Josh Jacobs, Fitzpatrick, Sky Moore, and CeeDee Lamb. J.C. Horn, Brett Taylor, Malik Willis, Dalton Kincaid, Ed Reed, Chris Johnson, Cam Akers. Davis Mills, A.J. Brown, Lamar Jackson, Blackman, rookie, Christian Gonzalez, rookie, Antonio Gates, and Tyreek Hill. Kurt Warner, Dwight Stevenson, Randy White, Emmanuel Forbes, Tyler Scott, Drew Brees, and a Jerry Rice. Staubach, Waller, Pickens, Will Anderson Jr., Rashee Rice, Kenny Pickett, and Travis Kelce. Chad Johnson, Mike Williams, Brian Robinson Jr., Stetson Bennett, T. Higgins, Josh Allen, and Tiki Barber. Josh Allen, Ty Law, Dalton Kincaid. We have a Devontae Smith elevate. We have a Dwight Stevenson, Chris Carter, and Josh Jacobs. Last box of the break. T. Higgins, Cam Akers, Jake Moody, Kurt Warner, Vita Vea, Michael Vick, and we have an auto, and it's going to be CJ Uzoma for the Jets. Congrats to the CJ Uzoma spot. All right, next pack. Clark, Barkley, Hyatt, a Uzoma, Felix Anudike, Uzoma, a different Uzoma, Brenton Strange, Strahan, and Mike Williams. Mark Andrews, Calvin Ridley, Jerome Bettis, Van Ness, Khalil Mack, and Marcus Allen. Mike Evans behind him. UFC Optic at 3. Donruss Optic UFC is happening at 3, my friend. It is definitely still happening. I'm not breaking it. It's going to be at the other break room, but it's definitely happening at 3. Henry, Jones, and CeeDee Lamb, Bijan Robinson, Roger Staubach, Jalen Hurts, and Aaron Donald. Shannon Sharp, Barry Sanders, Joe Namath, yes, it'll be live. It'll be live. It'll just be in the other break room. Luke Shoemaker, Eddie George, and Jonathan Taylor. Brian Burns, Charles Woodson, Steve Young, George Kittle, a Will Levis with the silver, Randy Moss, and Odell Beckham Jr. All right. We don't have any huge hits, but we'll go through them. Here we got a CJ Uzoma auto, Mike Tomczak auto. Here we have a Chris Olave Genesis, I believe it's a Genesis, and a Bijan Robinson ultra rare Kaleidoscope. That concludes our break for 2023 Panini Mosaic Football. Hope everybody had a good time. Hope to see you guys again soon. Have a good day, everyone.